So the story of water harvesting at Varanashi Farms started with these two 45 years ago. When my mother was getting married to my father, she was being told by her family that not to get married to him because there is no water in this land. But my father took it as a challenge and done all these water harvesting channels over the decades. Now we have plenty water to last through the summer, even in the toughest of droughts. Water is essential for farming. It is required in plant growth, photosynthesis, and also nutrient uptake. Even though we have a lot of rainfall, by the time summer comes, all the water drains out unless we do water harvesting. In this episode, we're going to show you how we did water harvesting in 10 layers at Varanashi Organic Farms. So the very first layer of water harvesting starts from the highest point of your farmland. It could be in the border of your farm, wherein you dig a lot of trenches like this. It could be 3 feet wide and up to 8 feet deep trenches, wherein the water gets trapped and all the channel comes into that water, and the water gets trapped and percolates underground. Whatever overflows should again go through swales, different swales, and go into the second layer of water harvesting. This is the second layer of water harvesting that we do in this farm. This tank fills up and the water starts percolating inside the ground. Whatever overflows goes to the channels and goes into the third layer of water harvesting. So whatever water is stored and percolated from the second layer of tank overflows and comes through these swales. And in these swales, it goes zigzag through the farmland, again increasing the percolation of the water, and goes on to the third layer of pond where we hold the water for a bit more longer time. Here is an example of water oozing out of the ground. So the percolated water, part of it stays underground and part of it oozes out of the ground like this and continues through our swales. This is our third layer of water harvesting, and you can see the color which is turned really blue because the water is sedimented and it comes seeping out of the ground. So hence the color here. So this is our third layer of water harvesting. Whatever overflows again goes into the fourth layer of water harvesting. What you see here is the fourth layer of water harvesting. Comes through the channels, percolates, and then goes down to the fifth layer of water harvesting. This pond is situated in the right in the middle, and also it's a home for turtles. And you can see in the background the percolated water from level 4 of water harvesting oozing out of the ground and joining here into this pond. So between the layers of all these water harvesting structures, we have to have lots of these swales, which will make the running water crawling water to stop, and to stop water to seep into the ground, and make sure it touches maximum surface area inside your farm. Here is the fifth layer of water harvesting, but here is something really interesting. What you see over here is a borewell, and we are making sure that all the water which is seeping out of here gets stored around the borewell so that the borewell gets recharged. Interesting thing about this borewell, it's only 150 feet deep, and it's a very old borewell. We dug it 30 years ago. Unfortunately, this borewell didn't yield any water. But after 10 years of successful recharging, now we harvest up to 2 to 3 inches of water every year for 2 to 3 months. So borewell recharging really works. Swales, and more swales. Make sure that there are plenty of swales going through your farmland. Ideally, you need to have a swale between every 2 rows of plants. As we are in heavy monsoon, the water needs to be drained out of the farm. But as the monsoon reduces, the rains reduce, we block this space and we allow it to go into multiple swales again in between the plantation. The seventh layer is right in the middle of the farm. Especially in the lower levels of your farm, you need to have swales in every 2 rows of plantation. So right now, I'm standing in a swale, and we have 1 row of plantation here. The second row is right here, and then there is a swale over here. And then again, you come out, 1 row of plantation over here, second row of plantation over here, and then another swale right down here. And this continues on. Here we are for the layer number 8. So this pond fills up again with the water which is coming through various swales. I think about 15 different swales come and join over here, which has gone through the farmland, and water percolates here. Whatever overflows from here again goes to final 2 layers of swales and then again gets captured into two different places, which we're going to go and see. The water harvesting structure layer number 9 is right here. It is slightly different from the other water harvesting structures. We have put cement rings in here so that we used to have a problem of the mud sliding into this. So to reduce that, reduce erosion, we have created a ring-like structure. These kind of structures are also used in farms for water harvesting efforts. So this is the 10th layer of water harvesting and the final one, and it is right in the border of our farm. The border is literally few meters from here, and this is also in the lowest altitude. If the highest altitude in our farm is about 110 meters, this level, this layer is at 68 meters from sea level. So there is a good 40 meters difference, and whatever water collected in here will stay in here until the end of April, which is almost the midway of the summer. And we also pump this water back into the topmost, which is the layer 2 of water harvesting, so that the water also recycles inside the farm using the solar energy.